You know how a couple of weeks ago in my 2024 or bust video, I said our channel has no drama? I don't like drama, but in this vlog, several things happened. Yeah, several things have happened in the last few weeks since my last vlog that I put out on Thursdays, first and third Thursday of the month, vlog style. Yeah, a few things have happened.
So you're in a hurry. Well, you better calm down.
I don't like drama. I don't. But some things happened, and I'm going to share them with you. And it's not all drama, but there's some. Welcome to our channel. I'm Vicki, and my husband Mark and I resell on eBay and other various platforms. And this is a vlog style of video. So what do I have for you today? I had one buyer buy 6 items, and that was quite a challenge, especially since she purchased them after the sale was over. And I had promised her the sale prices, and I had promised to combine and give her a refund on shipping. So I'm going to show you the sales and the effort I went to get everything into 2 boxes and not be oversized. There can be an upcharge in shipping for USPS, even Ground Advantage. And yeah, I worked really hard to avoid that. Quite a challenge. I'm going to show you that, the pack and ship. I had someone accuse us and you, yes you, our subscribers, basically resellers in general, accuse all of us of stealing. And I had my first negative feedback in so long I can't remember. Over a decade ago? I think I had a neutral in the last 6-7 years, but I haven't had a negative feedback forever. In between, we'll source and have a little bit of drama. For $1, they're missing the corks. They are redware. Pottery. Pick this up. And I pick these up. This looks like an old globe. It's $5. That's vintage. By 2 hours. It's $5. I might put that in here. Interiors. Part of a set. Actually has, oh, that's so light. It's wood. That's $5 for the set. That's kind of cool. $3. Notice I'm not picking up too much glassware yet. Wood, but it's chipped. Oh.
Fiberware.
Fiberware. I'm gonna head over to Christmas, even though I normally do the decor first. And I've already seen some really cool things be picked up. Excuse me. Stencil stitch. It's not real exciting. Oh, it's got paint. No, I'm not going to do that. Not with the paint. Not seeing a whole lot. What is this? 4 salad and dessert plates, $10 for both sets. Who made them? Honestly, made in Philippines, they don't look like regular plates. Mark, hand me that.
I was just looking at it. I was going to show it to you.
It's $5. Prices went up this year. I'm not going to do 5 on that.
They're bookends.
Are they?
Yeah, I thought it was.
I thought it was a napkin holder.
First, but it's 2 pieces. Bookends.
I just don't think $5.
It's cast
Metal,
probably.
and it's $5. But boy, you know what it would cost to ship that though?
At least 2
And it's
pounds.
I don't know what it is. Maybe a candle holder. Appliances. Prices are up. That's $10. Pottery. Unmarked bowl. Boy, you think if that was something, someone would have signed their work. Great Smoky Mountains National Park vintage ashtray. You know, I'm going to pick that up just because it's vintage and it's 25 cents. What is that? Very odd. Clement. $5 Italian. I'm not going to spend $5.
$5.
This is brass and green glass. It's a nice size mirror, but it is broken. It's broken. Outlander. Looks like I'm going for vintage today. Here's the old recipe box. Oh, that's cute. 10 cents. Oh, yeah. Candle lamp. Just one. I don't know. Oh, this is the rest of it. No, I'm not going to mess with that. I had one buyer buy 6 items. We have 2 separate invoices here. This one here is going priority mail. This Burton & Burton smiley face Cavaliers, which is really just a sticker. I told them that though. Cavaliers coffee mugs sold for $24.95. And the Blue Mountain Pottery horse figures, paid $2 for those at a thrift store. Those sold for $49.95. I need to box those together for priority. And then the second order is 2 Starbucks coffee mugs, Quaker Factory cardigan sweater, women's Crown and Ivy jacket, and a Gap sweater. And here's the prices. Starbucks $29.95, Quaker Factory $39.95, the Crown and Ivy jacket $49.95, and the cardigan $24.95. Nothing was on sale at the time of her purchase. Came to $144.80 plus shipping. And I did promise to refund whatever shipping I could, since she was not able to request an invoice. I did pull some of the items and I have an idea what shipping might be, but I have to finish packing the Starbucks coffee cups. And then this box has 3 pieces of clothing in it. And then I need to figure out where these are going. I was hoping to mail the coffee mug in here originally, but it ended up going priority. I think what happened is I didn't get these listings updated to offer both Ground Advantage and priority. So therefore she had no option but priority. So that's what I'm going to be packing for this one sale. I'm going to pack the coffee mug first. Some paper. Some bubble wrap on the handle. Actually, I think I'll put it in the handle. I need to wrap these as tightly and as small as I can. Small bundles to fit them all in the box. You know, I have the horses to add too. This is more like 2/3 of a sheet this time. Let's add a little extra bubble around that handle. Trying to make sure it's snug. Making sure I can't feel the mug. I think it's pretty good. Oop, I can feel it here. Bubbles are flattened right here. That happens sometimes. So I need to add a little bit right here where I can feel this, because there's absolutely no protection there. So I'll tape this piece on. Okay, that's better. I can't feel it anymore. I'll set this aside. Start with one horse at a time. These are beautiful, this Blue Mountain pottery. Surprised it took so long for these to sell. It is hollow. It's red clay, and yeah, hollow. Not much I can do about that. I guess I can try to stuff some tissue paper in the bottom at least. I'm not putting any pressure. Just put some in here. This is a lot of area to cover for wrapping around the fragile area. I'm beginning to wonder if it's even worth using my tissue paper or just go directly to bubble wrap. Got 2 sheets here, and I'm going to cut it in half lengthwise, and then I'm going to fold this in half to double it, and I'm going to start wrapping it with bubble wrap instead of tissue paper, which is what I normally do. Now I have this hollow area in the tail. Cut some tissue paper, take it through the tail, and then scrunch it back on itself to give that some support. Again, I'm not pushing hard. Okay, back to folding this in half, this small bubble wrap for now. I'm going to start wrapping it. Just like I would with tissue paper, only I'm using bubble wrap. It's going to take a lot of pieces. Same thing, folding this in half. Pick up where I left off. Flipping it under his front feet, just a little bit, filling in that gap. Give it some tape. Okay, we need to do that some more. 2 more pieces, cutting it lengthwise. Folded it in half. Again, pick up where I left off. Tape it off. Fold it in half. Now I need to start crossing over and around the head. Still has a little bit exposed here. I think I can use this partial sheet of bubble wrap. No, I'm going to go large bubble wrap now. I'm going to put a whole sheet on the diagonal right here in the center. Lay this on its side and fill in wherever I can in these areas here. Trying to give it support wherever it needs it. I don't have the bottom covered very well yet. Just going for some scrap bubble wrap. Giving it a little extra here on the bottom. Basically what I've been trying to do is to go from the shape of the horse to more of a rectangle. I'm trying to fill in everywhere, just to fill in every space. Doesn't reach all the way, but I can add another piece in between. I don't want to get too big on this because I have to fit these and the coffee cup into the same box. But at the same time, it takes what it takes. But I've got a pretty nice size bundle here. Feels pretty good, and of course I'll have more packing material in the box. All right, I'm going to repeat the same thing for the other one, but I'm not going to video that. I'll come back when I'm ready to box everything. I can't double box these because I don't have 2 boxes that will fit into my 16 by 12 by 8 that I'm using. But I have some corrugated cardboard that I've had for a very long time. So I'm at least going to attempt to give this a little more protection. The question is, what side do I put it on? These are actually probably going to have to lay in the box like this. So I guess I'm going to go this direction. I don't want to overlap it too much, just a little. And I'm hoping that my masking tape will stick to this. Not guaranteed. I guess I could stretch wrap it. Keep it on, so, you know, stretch wrap. Okay, let's try the other one. I'm going to set this aside. I guess I cut off a little more than what I needed. I was guessing at it, but Trying to make it fairly snug. I don't want this to just slip out of here, so I think I'm going to put some tape on each end. And of course there'll be more packing material in the box. Do the same thing here. Let's put some tape on each end. I hope this helps in place of another box inside. And I guess if I had to, I could wrap it around the other side too. Got a lot of bubble here, and like I said, I'm still concerned about fitting the coffee mug in, which I think this buyer, the way that we've worked together through this transaction, I think she'll be okay if I put this in the other box and not the one with the horses, because originally I quoted the horses going completely on their own versus everything else. That might be what I have to do. This is my largest box that doesn't incur a $15 upcharge for oversized, and this is what I need to ship in, and I still need to add more packing material in here. Like I said, I might have to kind of lean these in towards each other, and I'm just barely going to get more packing material on the bottom. So yeah, I don't think the coffee mug's going in here. With that said, I am going to line this box as if I'm double boxing it. I'm going to line it with more cardboard to reduce the impact. So I'm definitely adding more weight to this by doing this, but I do want to put some more cardboard in the bottom. I just need to measure off the size that I need. It's an Amazon box being recycled. All right, let me get this cut. I tend to believe that the bottom of the box takes the hardest hit. Not a perfect fit, but it's pretty good. Now let's add some bubble, because I can't fit air pillows in here. Can't do it. Okay, let's see how they're going to fit. Might have to put them in here at the same time, and I don't even know which way, what's facing what direction anymore. I guess this is the bottom, but I can't tell anymore on the horse. Like I said, I have to turn them in. I hate doing that, but or I face them the same direction. I don't know, maybe I can lay one down. It's not going to close. It's not going to close. I'm in a bind here. Gosh, I didn't think these were going to be so difficult. Of course, the bubble wrap is falling in on itself. I'm beginning to think about mixing up this order a little bit more, separating the horses and the boxes, the two boxes that I'm using. The main thing is to get it there safely and also to be able to refund her a little bit. That's the goal. I decided to pick and choose what I'm putting in each box. I can't fit both horses in that one box the way that I've wrapped them and all the extra bubble on the bottom. So I'm going to wrap this coffee cup, one of two, and put it in the box with one of the horses, piece of clothing, and the smiley face mug. That's what I have to do. Again, I'm not worried about the buyer. She has been great. We've communicated multiple times on everything. She just wants to get the stuff at the best shipping cost possible. So let's get this wrapped up. Let's try this. Let me get the box up here. Raise you up here. So I have one horse, one of the sweaters, smiley face coffee mug. Here's the Starbucks mug. Maybe put it on its side. Yeah, the side will work. And fill in with packing material. Oh, I need some thank you labels on here. She bought lots of stuff. Give me her thank you label on everything. I wonder if I can put this sweater down here. No, I can't. I might be able to put some air pillows in the corner. It's really pushing things out, but I can put some scrap bubble down in the corners. I don't know if I can fit any over here or not. I can, which means I almost could have put it underneath the horse. It's always best to have most of the packing material on the bottom. Air pillows, slide this in. Okay, air pillows are now on the bottom. That's good. The shirt is on top. A little bit of bubble here and here. And I sure don't want them cutting into this shirt. So I'm going to put a piece of cardboard in the center. I've really added a lot of weight to this with the extra cardboard. She may not be getting as much refund as I had hoped to go. We'll see here. All right, I can get it taped up and then on to the other package. One of these has to go priority. I guess it's going to be this one. I'll weigh them. I'll send the heaviest one ground and the least heaviest priority. That's what I'll do. This is what I have left to pack. I have one horse, I have a jacket, I have the Quacker factory sweater, and I have one coffee mug I need to pack. That's what I've got to fit in here. So let's get the coffee mug packed. I'll just do this off camera and then tell you what the end result is of everything. Obviously, the jacket and the sweater are not fragile. I'm not worried about them. I am concerned for the horse, and I don't know if it will fit down in here. Ah, it will. Okay, that's great. I'm going to put a little bit of extra cardboard where the horse is going to ship, where it's going to reside in the box. Put that in the bottom. Maybe put this on the side and bubble wrap. Again, the sweaters can adjust a little bit, clothing. I still have that coffee mug to fit in. Gosh, this is so challenging. You know what, let's get the most important thing in here first, and that is the horse. I want it to ride on 4 air pillows. One in the corner. Put one in this corner. Jacket, coffee mug. It's nice to have a large order, but boy, can it be challenging to pack. I may have to eliminate the air pillows. Hate to do it. How about if I put this sweater below? I have to squish the sweater. So the writing on a nice bed of cushion, not a lot of protection from the top. Another piece of cardboard for the top. And I think I'll slip a piece of cardboard down the side where the horse is. Oh my gosh, can I even get this closed? This is crazy. I can't say that I'm 100% happy with how I had to pack this. This is a little bit too thick here. Put a piece of cardboard here instead for impact. Oh my gosh. My friends, this was very, very stressful. I have a feeling this one's going to be the heavier one. Okay, I'll weigh these. I'm going to number this box. So I number this 1 of 2, the other one will be 2 of 2, and I'll make a note on our internal packing slip what shipped in each box. Oh my gosh, this was stressful. Wish me luck, because I think I might need it. It is what it is. Let's find out how much these weigh. On the sale for all those items, I made a note on the packing slip that we keep, what went in box number 1, what went in box number 2. We played around with some numbers. We came up with box number 1. We have a lot of numbers here, but box number 1 weighed 6.90 pounds. Box number 2 weighed 4.60. The lighter box is what we chose to ship as priority, and we insured it on Pirate Ship for $1.60 for $101 we insured it for, so it would override priority mail because they don't typically pay out. So the lighter box went priority mail. The heavier box went ground advantage. It came in at $12.14 with insurance. So $12.14 with insurance and $14.97 with insurance. And I hope I never have to do that again. All right, so at least one box went priority and one box went ground advantage, and I think we're good. I'll message the lady and let her know what to expect. When it comes to giving a refund to a buyer in a situation like this, a couple of things I want you to know. First of all, I can't refund her sales tax. Nope, can't refund that. And there's no separate place to put a refund on the item and the refund on the shipping. You have an option to choose in the refund part for refund on shipping or other adjustment, but I can't do two. I have to pick one item. I was going to show you, but it was so boring. I'm just going to tell you that I calculated what I needed to refund on each item, gave that refund, and then down below there was an option to put kind of a other adjustment where I refunded the shipping. Well, eBay took that amount and divided it evenly between the items that had sold, applying the shipping refund to those items. And so it was a little confusing, but when it was all said and done, it worked out. Our buyer was happy and she gave us great feedback, which I'm going to show you next. It looks like I can get you the Christmas now. Oh, it's a little small. Thank you though. I need a bigger lid than that. It's 10 cents, I guess. Grab bag for $1. Stuff under the table. Some napkins and linens.
You were smart.
I try to bring something to put all my stuff in, but it's awkward to push around this particular cart. It's fighting me. They normally will hold stuff for you in a box up there and put your name on it. The tie. Oh, I don't know. I want to do $3 as is. The viewer of one of our videos, I think it was the restore video, if not I'll insert it here which video it was. I don't think she's a subscriber and she's probably gone at this point, but after watching a video she decided to share her thoughts about resellers. Yeah, resellers, we're resellers, you're a reseller. And then she probably went about her way. I say that because I replied to her comment and I never heard back. Now I had a couple of options here. I could have simply deleted it and been done with it. But I have to tell you, I'm getting a little tired of people watching one video, never commenting ever before, and their first and only comment is negative or attacking or criticizing or complaining. It gets old. You don't even know how many comments I've deleted over the nearly 5 years that I've been on YouTube, let alone how many people I've blocked. Just like you block buyers on eBay that you don't want to do business with anymore, as a YouTuber, we can block people's comments from being seen. So I had that option. So why didn't I do that? Why didn't I block her? Why am I sharing it with you? I guess because I want to send a message that you're going to put these type of negative comments out there publicly, then you need to accept that your comment is public. Yes, it's public. So I thought, you know what? I'm not going to delete this one. I responded to it, and I wanted you to also see my response to it, to be able to read my response, or maybe I'll read it to you. I'm not sure yet. But first, I want you to read her comment. I'm not going to read it to you. I want you to read it and hear it and interpret it in your own mind, in your own heart, in your own feelings. I'll put it up on the screen right now for you to read. I will read my response to her comment accusing us resellers of being thieves. Let's see. Goodwill is a reseller. Salvation Army is a reseller. Why don't they give the clothes away to the needy? Do you know that Goodwill and Restore, and other thrift stores for that matter, resell the best of the donations on their own website or eBay? Have you contacted them to share your viewpoint on how unethical it is to resell donated goods that are meant for those who are needy, who can't afford to shop anywhere else? Have you told them that? Do you realize that if it weren't for resellers, the thrift store revenue to donate to their cause would drop drastically? Do you know that? There's no changing anyone's mind. Not yours, not mine. You fail to see the reality and the benefits of reselling, and how resellers' purchases give thrift stores thousands and millions of dollars that they, meaning the thrift store, can use for their projects to help the needy. Enjoy your pious attitude from your virtuous playground. What have you done lately to contribute to the money raised by thrift stores for their cause and pay a hefty salary to the CEOs? And when was the last time you've been in a thrift store? Have you seen the prices they charge to the people in need? Have I heard back from her? No. No. Didn't expect to. But I do know that when I reply to a comment, my reply ends up in their inbox. So she had a chance of seeing it. Has she deleted her comment? Not at this time. Too late. I shared it. I don't, there's a piece missing. This is like a napkin holder. I don't see the other shaker. Whoa. Oh, I thought that was ceramic at first. These are Temptations. This is fabric to make dolls, soft sculpture dolls, craft cuts, new old stock, and they have 25 cents on that pack and 10 cents on that pack. Put that together is a lot. The Princess and the Pea test kit. Weird. Those. This is kind of cool. Could put a Christmas scene in there. 50 cents.
Got another pepper grinder. This one is Old Thompson. I don't know if you can read it there.
Cool.
Made in USA. It's clear acrylic.
Negative feedback. Haven't had negative feedback like forever. Can't remember when. I had 100% positive feedback, but so much for that. Am I worried about it? No, I'm not worried about it. If you sell enough volume, then it really doesn't hurt you at all. Yeah, but I'm going to share it with you. It's all about a knife block that I found at the Hope Thrift in downtown Kingsport. Wolfgang Puck knife block. No nicks, and Mark washed them, and they were fine. Did we cut paper with it? No, we did not cut paper with it. Never would even think about doing that. Would you? We did pay up for it. We paid $14, but it is in very good condition and sold it on offer for $34 plus ship. The knives are already partially packed, so I don't have a complete pack and ship for you on this, but I have a few clips to show you. And I already partially pre-packaged it. I inserted the knives into paper towel tubes where I taped the bottoms of them and used them as sleeves for the knives. So there's a tip for you. Do you ever cringe a little bit when you get a message like maybe something's wrong, or even if it's a buyer asking a question? I have no problem with questions, of course, but some questions make you wonder, is this going to be a problem buyer? Before purchasing, the buyer messaged us. Good afternoon and blessings. Looking at the picture, they look in good condition, and my question is, are they already sharp or needs sharpening? We have sold knives before. No one has ever asked if the knives are sharp. Never had that question come up. And I thought, how am I going to reply to this? And as I was thinking about my reply, I thought, this is kind of a gotcha question. And I have to be very careful because whatever I say, I'm setting up an expectation and they could file item not as described, whatever. I was concerned out of the gate. I was. So here's my reply. That's a tough question to answer. First, they are in good condition, lightly used. As to the sharpness, that kind of depends on your preference. To me, they're ready to use. But to you, you might want them sharper. Hope that helps, and thank you. The tables are starting to look a little bit bare. I'm still looking around here. This is very specific. Casey Jones Village. Not sure what it is. It's 10 cents. I'm going to take a chance on it. You can see here what I've got in here, and I'm starting to have some trouble with the glassware. Ugh. What is that? Made in USA. Salt. Oh, I wish the pepper was here. And it's chipped, so I'm going to leave it behind. Oh, here's another one of these. That's kind of cool. That's a big coffee cup. Mug, as they say. Corral, I believe. Corning. $2 each. Some people have really big carts. They loan those out. What's under the table here? Wood stuff. Gosh, you gotta look at everything. I haven't looked at the linens yet, so I'm gonna go through here and see if I can find anything new in package. Java sock. It's Dunkin' and Starbucks coffees. I think I'll get that for $1. I thought we were good. The knives were delivered and I thought we were good to go. But no. A week or so later, I got a message. Dear seller, dear seller. Sorry if I have a little bit of sarcasm in this. Dear seller, good morning and blessings. I got the set of knives that I ordered, but they are not sharp. I think they meant to say, but they are not sharp. They are dull and would not even cut a sheet of paper. Can these be returnable? Well, you know what? My first thought was, if they already have these knives and they're going to switch them out with the ones they have, that immediately went through my mind. I replied, dear, oh yeah, I'm leaving her name out of it. I reply, we are surprised to hear that. And Wolfgang Puck knives can be sharpened if you're willing to do so. As it is, this item was listed and sold as buyer does not accept returns. Thank you. Now keep in mind that everything in our store is non-returnable. Of course, it can be overridden by a buyer filing item not as described or damaged. So, you know, they can override that no return. She didn't open a case, heard nothing from eBay on this. If they really were that bad, why didn't she file item not as described? Why didn't she return it that way? Well, I think it's because of our original conversation, my original message that said, they're fine to my preference, but they may not be sharp enough for you. She didn't open up a case, but she did leave negative feedback. It took about a week before she left negative feedback saying the knives were sold as is, but online it didn't stated, it's what it really says, that they were dull and needed sharpening. But it did stated no return. Right now I can't use them until I get them sharpened. I'm thinking, gee, what happened to that conversation we had where that was a tough question and how do I know what your expectations are, right? The thing is, when a buyer leaves feedback, we as sellers can reply to that feedback. We do have to be very careful when we do it. As you're going to hear, stick to the facts. Leave the emotion out of it. Stick to the facts. Because if the buyer contacts eBay and can prove to eBay, or eBay decides that what you're saying cannot be backed up, cannot be documented, then your comment back to the buyer is going to get removed. So I referenced the original message that I know eBay has on file and brought that up again in my comment. So this is how I responded, because you know you can respond to buyer feedback. And you have to think about it very carefully because you want to stick to facts and leave the emotion completely out of it. Stick to the facts. Stick to what you can prove in your communications. I replied to her negative comment, and you only have so much room to, so I had to rewrite this several times to get it to fit. So as you can see, buyer message, quote, looking at the picture, they look in good condition. My question is, are they already sharp or it needs sharpening? End quote. Reply, that's a tough question to answer. First, they are in good condition, lightly used. As to the sharpness, that kind of depends upon your preference. To me, they're ready to use, but to you, you might want them sharper. Hope that helps and thank you. Buyer declared, quote, not sharp, dull, won't cut paper. Return. And then I added the last few words that I could fit in. Wolfgang knives can be sharpened to her, yes, her in all caps, preference. And if I had accepted the return, she would have had to pay return shipping, and I would have deducted the outgoing shipping before refunding her, so she wouldn't have received much. But she could have filed item not as described, gotten everything back. As a seller, I have to live with this negative feedback on our account for a year. Yep, a year. But by responding to her negative feedback, it's going to be on her account for a year as well. I look at it this way. I have one ding, one negative feedback out of thousands of feedback. And there's so many positive comments that they far outweigh the one negative. And the thing is, having responded and replied to that negative feedback and standing up for ourselves, well, you know, buyers are going to read that too. So I'm not worried about it. If anything, it's just kind of annoying, but it shows where she was coming from, and it shows also where we are coming from. So much for no drama. I was going through some clothes that I hadn't listed yet, and I took a really close look at them. I got on eBay, checked sold comps, and I'd created quite a big pile of clothing, 2 boxes in fact. I was thinking about selling them to a local reseller, and I mentioned it to her at one point, but they really weren't great name brands. And she said she had a lot of clothing already to process, so I had it sitting in some totes for a couple of weeks. I ran into a lady in Walmart. I was chatting with her, and she told me about a couple of places here in Kingsport to donate clothes. And it was a clothes closet. I didn't donate it to Goodwill. I donated it to a local charity where the clothing is given away for free to those who are needy. And it took us a while to find it. It's in an area called Church Circle, which I'll show you here. It's somewhere here in Church Circle. I don't know which church it is, but we're going to find it. Whoops, there's a car. This is a really cool place. There's truly churches on every part of the Church Circle. There's one over here to the right. Did you get this one? Okay. I don't know what kind that is. There's a Church of Christ. Presbyterian Church. And this humongous Baptist church. I mean, it's really, really good. I think what I'm going to have to do is run into one of the churches and see if I can find someone to help us. But we did find it. Clothes closet. It's where they accept clothes and let people come in and pick out what they need. My suggestion is, if you have any clothing, shoes, I saw belts there, men's clothing, women's clothing, children's clothing that you don't want to resell and you don't want to give it to Goodwill, check out your local churches and organizations. Call your local Chamber of Commerce if you need to. Look for a charity that's giving the clothes away for free. And they were very happy to receive the clothing. I even donated a bag of readers, some readers, because I have prescription glasses now, have had for a while. And they were happy for that too. And then we stopped at a nice little breakfast place in downtown Kingsport called Two Dads. We had a really good breakfast. Let's get some breakfast, hon. Taste of Home, Two Dads Cafe and Catering, Kingsport, Tennessee. I'm not going to use ketchup today, but they have their own brand of ketchup. Looks good. How about you, Mark? What do you got there?
Looks good and tastes good.
I'm very happy to have it out of the house. I don't know if you know, but we have another channel now, Avante Jewelry, And I had these clothes on a rack in my office, and I felt like they were just like, weighing on me. I still have some clothes stored in the guest bedroom to list, so I'm not getting out of clothing, but I freed up some space in my office, and now I have my table all set up for making jewelry videos. Mark's going to join me eventually, but as you know, he had his surgery on his hand. In fact, I'm going to see if he'll come down here and chat with you for just a minute before we finish up this video.
Well, I had my hand surgery a little over a week ago. I had carpal tunnel and trigger finger, and I'm healing real well. I haven't had much pain. Go back to see the doctor next week. Thanks to everybody who commented and sent their thoughts this way, and we appreciate all that, so thank you very much.
Stitches to get out, huh?
Yeah, a couple stitches, but no big deal.
So I've been driving him around town.
She's been driving me.
And driving him crazy.
And driving me
crazy, because that's what I do. That's my job. We balance each other out pretty good, actually. So anyway, we just want to say thank you for all your support and comments. We love reading them. Oh yeah, if you like this video, give it a like.
And a comment.
And subscribe. We love reading your comments, and we love when you subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'm Vicki.
I'm Mark.
And we'll see you soon. Bye.